Welcome back to Motor Authority, your go-to channel for in-depth analysis of cutting-edge military hardware, defense technology, and strategic developments shaping the future of the Philippines. Today, we're diving deep into the BrahMos missile, a weapon that has taken center stage in the Philippine defense modernization efforts, and we're exploring what's in store for 2026 and beyond. By now, the word BrahMos is more than familiar to Filipinos following regional security issues. It's a name that symbolizes power, deterrence, and a new chapter for the armed forces of the Philippines. In 2022, when the Philippines signed a historic deal with India to acquire the BrahMos shore-based anti-ship missile system, it marked the country's first-ever supersonic cruise missile acquisition and a serious statement of intent. Fast forward to 2026, and things have accelerated. The deployment of BrahMos along key coastal regions is no longer theoretical. It's happening with ground-based launchers, radar systems, and fully trained personnel actively integrated into the Philippine Navy's Coastal Defense Regiment. The delivery of these systems is not just a boost in firepower, it represents a major shift in how the Philippines views its national defense. Let's talk specs for a moment, because this is not just any missile. BrahMos is a joint venture between India's DRDO and Russia's NPO Mashinostroynia. The result is a supersonic cruise missile capable of flying at Mach 2.8 to Mach 3A, nearly 3 times the speed of sound. Its maximum range now reaches up to 400 kilometers with newer variants, though the Philippine version is officially rated for about 290 kilometers. That still allows it to cover critical areas of the West Philippine Sea, including contested waters, from safe distances within Philippine territory. Its warhead can deliver up to 300 kilograms of high explosive payload with pinpoint accuracy. But beyond raw destructive capability, what makes the BrahMos especially formidable is its unpredictable flight path and sea-skimming terminal maneuver, which make it incredibly difficult to intercept. For the Philippines, this isn't just about offense. It's about deterrence. When other nations know you can strike back hard, fast, and accurately, it changes the calculus of any potential conflict. In the context of regional tensions, particularly in the South China Sea, the BrahMos gives the Philippines a credible way to project power without needing a vast air force or a carrier strike group. Shore-based missile batteries positioned strategically along Luzon and Palawan can guard key maritime routes and discourage illegal incursions into Philippine waters. But 2026 isn't just the year of operational deployment. It's also the year when doctrine, training, and integration come full circle. Filipino personnel, trained in India and locally, have now established standardized operating procedures tailored for archipelagic defense. Our forces are adapting BrahMos to work with indigenous radar systems and maritime surveillance platforms, giving commanders a full picture of the battlespace in real time. What's more impressive is that BrahMos is not being treated as a standalone system. It's part of a larger modernization push. The Department of National Defense is working to combine these missile batteries with long-range surveillance drones, anti-submarine aircraft, and future naval assets. The goal? A layered, distributed defense network capable of neutralizing threats before they even approach Philippine shores. And it's not just about India and the Philippines anymore. 2026 has seen growing interest among ASEAN nations in similar technologies. Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand have been quietly watching how the Philippines integrates BrahMos. Some experts suggest this could spark a new regional security alignment, not as an arms race, but as a collective push for credible deterrence among Southeast Asian nations. Let's not forget the economic and strategic benefits either. The defense partnership with India has opened new channels of cooperation not only in defense but also in science, technology, and disaster response. There are already discussions underway for potential co-production or localized maintenance hubs, which could reduce dependency on foreign technicians and empower local defense industries. Critics have raised concerns, and fairly so. Some argue the BrahMos is expensive, or that it's provocative. But the response from defense planners is straightforward: security is not cheap, and neither is sovereignty. The cost of not having credible defense capabilities far outweighs the investment in these systems. And as tensions escalate in the Indo-Pacific, countries like the Philippines can no longer afford to be passive observers. Of course, missiles alone don't win wars. What matters is strategy, readiness, and diplomacy. The deployment of BrahMos gives the Philippines a stronger position at the negotiating table. It signals seriousness. It forces other players to think twice. And most importantly, it gives our armed forces the confidence they need to protect our people and our territory. As of mid-2026, we've seen live-fire tests conducted successfully on Philippine soil, including in Zambales and Palawan. Public and military reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. These exercises are more than just shows of strength, they're training grounds for joint operations, combining air, land, and sea assets. And if reports are to be believed, newer variants of the BrahMos, including air-launched and submarine-launched versions, are being evaluated for future acquisitions. Could we see a future where Philippine fighter jets carry BrahMos miniaturized variants? It's not science fiction anymore. The air-launched BrahMos has already been deployed by the Indian Air Force. Adapting this for Philippine F-A-50s or future multi-role fighters is a technical challenge, but not an impossible one. And that opens up another level of operational flexibility. Now, what does all this mean for you, the average Filipino watching this video? It means your country is no longer standing still. It's preparing, modernizing, and asserting its rights. The days of underfunded, under-equipped defense are coming to an end. The BrahMos missile system is just one symbol of that transformation, but it's a powerful one. Before we end, let's be clear, the goal isn't war. The goal is peace through strength. The ability to defend our seas, our skies, and our future depends on smart investments, strong partnerships, and the will to act. And right now, the Philippines is doing just that. So if you're proud of how far we've come, or if you believe in the right of every nation to defend itself, then hit that like button, subscribe to Motor Authority, and stay tuned for more deep dives into defense tech that shapes the future of our country. We'll be covering the next wave of military acquisitions, updates on naval upgrades, and exclusive interviews with defense insiders. This is Motor Authority, signing off and reminding you, our strength protects our peace.